Welcome everybody to What's Up Bolts. I am Fernando Ramirez. I am here, but I am not alone. I am here with, and thank you guys, everybody who jumped over from Compas on the Beat. Thank you guys so much. We are going to have some interesting news, some fun here on What's Up Bolts. I am not alone, though. This individual said, no, Dan and Daygo will let me step all over him. Let me put my shove my foot straight up his candy ass. He said, let me step in. I got you. That individual is Gilberto Manzano.
You smell what the rock is cooking.
Love this song. Thank you, Fernando.
You know, it's funny. I had you in here, and then I thought while we were doing that, I'm like, no, I'm going to kick him out. I have to give him a proper entrance. If not, he's going to be like, what the hell? Like, Reedy has his own entrance. Chris, Eric, we all know Eric's. Dan has his own. Why don't I have mine? So, yeah.
I think by now people are booing like that's who you got to fill in for Dan. So I'm gonna be like, yeah. Sorry, Charlie. Maybe get a refund for that. But thank you for that again. We appreciate that. But I feel like Deshaun Watson and get him booed. Like, it's personal. It's not performance. Fixing my earrings, like whatever. But I'm here. Boo. Yeah.
No, it's fun. We got obviously got some stuff to talk about, but obviously the one thing is that Gilbert and I, when we first started this, we had talked about, hey, we want to grow this. We want to do it all for as long as he gives good old line takes.
That's tough. That's Dan's alley.
But Gilbert and I wanted to grow this, and we wanted to do some great stuff with it. And then obviously today, Matthew obviously threw up the heart hands. He's not serious about the booing.
Thank you, Matthew.
But Gilbert and I are very excited because we obviously recently got a sponsorship deal, and what better day to do that than National Dog Day? Today, it's today. Gilbert's been obviously he's a huge dog guy. I have grown into being a dog guy as of late, but obviously we wanted to announce our new sponsor, and that is Dash Dog Food. We talk all the time about professional athletes and how much work they put into taking care of their bodies. Training is very important, but so is nutrition. What you put in your body matters. So when you're trying to perform at your best, obviously that's important, but why shouldn't we think the same thing about our dogs? That is why we've partnered with Dash Dog Food. Dash is all about giving your dog premium nutrition with high-quality protein that's free of antibiotics and hormones, with grass-fed and grass-finished protein. So we're not just telling you about Dash. We're actually trying it ourselves. Obviously, Dash sent some over. My dogs loved it. And the Dash is obviously, they said, you know what? We're not just going to hook you guys up. We're going to hook up the Bolt fam as well. So you guys can get 60% off selected products, including their premium slow-cooked nutrition, fresh dog food, and premium fresh dog food. Just use our link and enter the promo code BOLTS at checkout. That's BOLTS for 60% off edible products. Give your dog the kind of nutrition you'd expect from your favorite athletes. And that was a ad read for Dan. So at the end it says, and that's the bottom line because Dan and Daygo said so. So
okay, so Dan was supposed to read that. That would have been a lot. No offense, it would have been a lot better. But you did a good job too, Fernando.
No, and I appreciate that. But we appreciate Dash Dog for doing it.
Yes.
Like I said, Gilbert, huge dog person. I have turned into one as well. But my dogs have enjoyed the Dash Dog Food, and it is great stuff. And Gilbert, I'm so excited about them jumping on and saying, hey, you guys are doing some great stuff over there on Compas on the Beat. We'd love to join in. So it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, you got me thinking. First of all, we sound like we're a proper show now. We got sponsors, that's cool. We're doing ad reads. So
yeah,
hopefully you guys check it out. Is that link in the description?
The link is in the description below. You guys can find it on both Compas on the Beat and on What's Up Bolts. It is down there. The link is below.
Yeah, support your dogs, support the Compas, and check it out. But Fernando, real quick, you got me thinking because when you were talking about all the types of like healthy food for dogs, I started thinking about my friend who just got married with the wedding that we went to, Oscar. he like takes it very seriously when it comes to feed his dog. He like him and we used to live in the same house, so our dogs would live together. He would make his dog like caldo. Like he would like boil up
Oh wow.
chicken and vegetables and stew it up and like feed it to the dog. And I'm like, that's a lot of freaking work. So like, unfortunately, my dog got like the crappy food. So now I wish I knew about Dog Dash. So I could have made that for my dog, and it seems a lot easier and healthier. But yeah, my guy Oscar, he puts a lot of effort, man. He got that freaking pot.
Oscar,
Try
Go
Dog
below.
Dash.
Oscar, if you're watching, go below. That is some good stuff down there. Like I said, Dash Dog Food is hooking up everybody 60% off. Just use the promo code BOLTS. And yeah, and just real quick, here is we're gonna take a quick 45-second. So yeah, make sure you check them out.
Fancy.
But yeah, very fancy. But all right, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Gilbert, tomorrow preseason game number 3, the final one, cut down day is Sunday. So obviously, I will be working the phones profusely on dogs. Brett says dogs be better than me.
I know, it looks pretty good, huh?
You're not kidding. Oh, my bad, Charlie. I'm sorry, but that's just Nando buddy not here for the waterworks crying in front of my wife right now. Sorry, Charlie. It's just yeah.
And then Matthew, can we cut Trey Pipkins, please?
I know, for real. Yeah, that's a lot right now. But Gilbert, just obviously Jim Harbaugh said a couple starters will play. Obviously, the two ones that we know, Derwin James and Khalil Mack. By the way, Gilbert, and I know you saw some of it in that joint practice, but Khalil Mack looks younger than what I think his age says. By the way, he is, and he made me laugh, and he's like, are you trying to call me old? Because he is older than his defensive coordinator. So that was pretty funny when he called me out for
35,
that one.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So he's 35 and he's 34. But Khalil Mack, Derwin James will not play for obvious reasons. Gilbert, what do you want to see? Are you looking more at the offense, or are you looking more at the defense? Because you will be in attendance on Thursday night. So what are you kind of looking for there?
Well, first of all, Charlie, I like your comment saying we should get Matt Verderame on Compas. Would be epic after a Chiefs Charger game. I actually want to do that where like Dan and Matt are talking Chargers Chiefs. It will be sort of a watchable train wreck, but I kind of like the idea. Or maybe one or the other, but regardless, it'll be fun. And yeah, for
Alexis, my God, what are we doing? These are
that scene from American Pie where like Stifler has to eat it.
Oh, he has to eat the chocolate. Come on, give Mama some chocolate.
No, that's fine.
It's so good.
Like the white part on it too. Oh man, or what is it, that one movie? Now you gotta be thinking about poop scenes in movies. And Bad Santa, where they make them eat the white part of the poop.
Yeah.
Oh man, okay.
Oh, that's good stuff.
What are we talking about? Oh yeah, preseason football. Yeah, obviously it starts with the offense. There's a rumor that we might see more Herbert this time. We don't know. We'll see. But that'd be great because I'll be honest. I'm not looking forward to a 7 p.m. third preseason game. It's going to be a drag, but if you see Mike McDaniel's starting offense out there for a bit, it'll be fun. Step Brothers. Yeah, maybe that's the one too. Yeah,
That's
Step
the one you were
Brothers.
thinking of, Step Brothers,
Yeah.
when he makes him lick it.
But I thought
Yeah.
that the little chubby kid is also being forced to eat poop in Bad Santa, but I could be
Oh,
wrong.
maybe. Yeah.
You got to keep track of all the movies where people are being forced to eat dog poop.
Oh, Dumb and Dumber, Harry in the bathroom. Oh my
That
God,
was-
you guys are just going through poop
yeah, that
scenes.
wasn't dog poop. That was human poop that got all over the wall in the mirror. But yeah,
Well, let's just go with White Chicks when he eats the dairy product and goes, "Move, bitch," and he like goes into the bathroom.
Or I counted with Bridesmaid where she poops into the sink.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
After the
But yeah.
Brazilian steakhouse.
exactly.
Well, we could keep going on. Give me more in the comments. But this is why I'm here to talk poop and sign up for DoorDash. Oh, sorry, DogDash.
DoorDash.
Okay. Yeah, the offense, if I see Herbert out there, that'd be great. That'd be worth the drive. And yeah, again, we're not going to see much from a preseason finale, but just to see something there where, it's a little difficult because Herbert is in year 6, right, Fernando? You want to protect him, but he also has a new OC, so you want to put him out there to get some plays. It's a big risk there, but I think the right call is to give him maybe a drive or two and then take him out. You're probably not going to not see a lot from that offense. It's going to be very vanilla offensive play calling. But just to get the field, to be out there, to hear Mike McDaniel's, imagine hearing Mike McDaniel in your helmet. This guy's making jokes, or he's taking like a rip off the vape and like, all right, Justin,
Allegedly.
what do you want to do here? You just want to call the play yourself? Whatever. I'm gonna have my binoculars out there, Fernando, to see if he's gonna take a rip off the bong or the vape, whatever
Allegedly.
you want to call it. Yeah, I'm excited for that. And I guess the things I want to just talk about, Fernando's like I just want to see all parts of the offense. Like speaking to David and Njoku, who we had on Compas on the Beat, like how is he going to use? I'm going to butcher his last name. Was it Kohler or Kolar? Kohler. Got okay. Charlie Kohler. Is Gatson still part of the scheme? Like, will he use more tight ends? He's great at using tight ends. Like, I really want to see Marion Hampton. Hampton was dumping, like you said, Fernando, in the joint practice with the 49ers. Obviously, how's the offensive line going to come? Look, I know the left tackle, is it Coyote? Is it he might? I'm sorry, the left guard. The left guard.
Yeah.
He might get the job. Maybe he's still up, still going. Coyote. So there's a lot of moving parts. I also want to see more of Trey Harris. Is Trey Harris the real deal? Can Lam McConkey go back to being 2024 Lam McConkey? So again, we are all very excited and hyped up for this Mike McDaniel offensive scheme, but there's just so many moving parts and so many what ifs that I'm gonna be looking out for that, at least for a drive or two.
It's funny. Speaking of that kind of stuff, I really felt, and I mean, maybe I'm just like in the minority here, but I kind of felt like because of the Tyler Biotish injury, Jim couldn't. Oh my God.
Coyote or Peyote?
Peyote. No, it's Coyote.
Coyote, sorry.
But
Peyote.
I kind of feel like after the Tyler Biotish injury, Jim just kind of said, okay, like, let's just get the shit out. Like, let's get out of here in that preseason game against the 49ers.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah. That was just 3. Boom. All right, get out. 3 and out. Again, it's very vanilla what we're seeing on the field. So I know fans were mad because of Njoku missing a block, this guy missing a block. The only thing I will agree with is that Cole Strange looked horrendous, but Mike McDaniel said he does not feel like that's a trend. It was just a one-off. Cole said the same thing.
Didn't he say that he was trying new things for the F of it? Like, do we believe that?
Yeah. I don't know, but I don't know, but it's like you kind of have to stay off of Chargers Twitter after after a preseason game, just because everybody's like, oh, Cole Strange bad, this, that. And I'm kind of like, well, we haven't like in a regular season game. If you see that, then yeah. But the thing is, too, Cole had gotten kind of beat in the joint practice against the 49ers. But I mean, that defensive tackle, the guy from the Cowboys, I can't say his name.
Osa. Yeah, Osa.
He was beating anybody that he was lining up against. So he was naturally beating everybody, but
that's not a good look.
I know. No, I completely agree. But again, they're expecting Rashawn. Well, the only person that he didn't beat was Joe Alt, but they're expecting that. They're obviously, like I said last week when we said the Tyler Biotish thing, they have 3 weeks to get Jake Slaughter up to par to be able to play center. So it's all going to start with Jake, and I know that's a lot of pressure to put on a rookie, but he was the best rated center coming out in the draft. They feel very highly about him, and they feel like he can take that step. Again, another person that I really value his opinion when I hear him talk is and obviously I know he's employed, quote unquote, by the team, but Daniel Jeremiah knows a lot about this Baltimore Ravens system, and he knows all about it. But he said that the organization is very excited about Jake Slaughter, and they feel like they have a really good player in them, in him. But until I see Jake struggle, I'm still kind of being reserved a little bit about what this offensive line is going to be. But again, as long as the tackle, like, there's no way he can be worse than Bradley Bozeman. Let's just put it out there. Like, and I'm not trying to throw salt in the wound, but like, there's no way he can be as bad as him. And there's no way I think Cole Strange is going to be as bad as Mekhi Becton, to be honest. Like, I just don't see that happening. And Angel says, honestly, I think the guard situation is just as bad as last year. Yeah, but the center one has improved. And I feel like for some reason, Gilbert, I think Branson Taylor is going to be the guy that they like at left guard. I know they're saying Coyote is now the leader, but Branson got hurt. Branson's a guy that Joe Ortiz is very excited about. And but Fernando could have been out there last season. We would have looked the same.
Here,
wow.
Can I give you some positivity here? Since
is that a shot? I honestly,
I would take it as a compliment, Fernando.
Yeah.
But let me give you some positivity here in a different line of thinking. I won't be the heel today. I'm not in the mood to be the heel. I'm just glad to be on What's Up Boats. It's been a minute and talking Chargers here. But put it this way: the way I look at the 49ers offensive line with Kyle Shanahan, if you have Trent Williams in that scheme and a good running back, they tend to make it work. Like,
yeah,
I remember when they lost Mike McGlinchey, the right tackle, and he went to Denver. It was pretty much plug and play. I forgot the name of the new guy who took over. He got paid recently too. It's a pretty much like a scheme committee. So you have Joe Alt, is where I'm going with this. Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater. That's two tackles. Obviously, Trent Williams is the best, but you got two good tackles there.
Colton McKivitz.
Yeah, McKivitz. Yeah, something like that. He just got paid recently, so he's still a good tackle. But it feels like it's a lot of plug and play. Good Shanahan scheme. Mike McDaniel, where did he come from? Which scheme? The Shanahan school scheme. And then the hard part about What's Up Bolts is reading the comments and talking.
Dude, like these guys, like Dan and these guys just have it freaking lit up.
I know. So this is why Dan is always like he gets riled up, and it's
Can't
good.
be
It's
worse
natural.
than Becton or Joe Barksdale. We're throwing it back to freaking
Oh man,
San
see,
Diego.
if Dan would have been here, you would have lost it right now. Yo,
Dan Feeney or Forrest Lamp.
Those were my days. I remember Forrest Lamp. He was never healthy, but a lot of hype. Dan Feeney was actually one of my favorites. He always talked to me in the locker room, always gave me great stuff. He always saw me, he saw me every Thursday and say, "What's up, Gilbert? What are you seeing from the opposing team?" I'm just kidding. But Dan Feeney always talked to me. Cool guy, nice mustache. Is he still with the Jets? I lost track. Maybe
I don't remember,
Bears.
but I saw the last time I heard anything about him, he was at a Rangers game. And he grabbed a beer and he chugged it, and then he grabbed his buddy's beer next to him and he chugged that one too.
He was a cool guy.
Charlie, holy shit. Jared Gaither, that was 2012.
I don't remember that. Yeah, that wasn't my era, Charlie. That's Fernando's San Diego days. But
dude, this guy played for 8 games. He got signed from Baltimore. He plays 8 games at left tackle for the Chargers. Looks like the most elite player ever. AJ Smith gives him a 4-year, like $24 million deal. The guy never played another snap for the Chargers again.
Honestly, that kind of reminds me. There's a guy right now. I'm blanking on his name. There's a left tackle in Jacksonville who only started 8 games, and they gave him an extension. I'm like, that's kind of ballsy, but apparently it was the best 8 games ever. But yeah, that's a good connection there. But yeah, overall, I know it's hard to say.
Cole Van Lanen.
Yeah, Van Lanen. I think he's
3-year, $51 million contract.
He's actually hurt right now. I think he maybe have an Achilles injury or tore his ACL, so it's already looking bad. But yeah, he only started 8 games last year, and they said that's enough. Here's your contract. But yeah, going back to the positivity here, I think, and you mentioned this to me, Fernando, too, because when I saw I was there for the injury. I'm not bad luck, Dan. I'm not bad luck. I was there for the injury for Biadish. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
I just felt like, man, here we go again with this freaking team. And then you're like, oh, they have Joe Alton, Rashawn Slater. Slater's not back yet. Sorry, but
No, he's practiced the last few days, but
okay.
Jim wasn't asked about him, but I'd be very surprised if he played tomorrow. There's
Yeah,
no way.
don't do.
Yeah.
Joe Alton, Rashawn Slater, take a seat. Like you guys are so important. Like we're fine. Like we don't need to see you guys. But if you have those two guys, I think Slaughter could be something. I know the guards are very suspect, but again, the scheme. And if Hampton has his major breakout year that I expected last year, hopefully he does it this year. And yeah, Herbert, I think you could make it work. You can scheme it up. Obviously, it sucks that you're limited and you have to kind of, play around your terrible guards, but you could get by.
Yeah. No, and that's the. Can you hear me or no? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, sorry. That's what the scheme is, though. Like his scheme isn't about the guard play. It's more about can the guards move at the same pace. Like Herbert's not going to drop back and do 7-step drops like he was with Greg Roman. They're going to do something completely different. So, and I mean, with Cole, I kind of understood it. Like he kind of needed somebody that was gonna, somebody that knew the system, knew how to implement it. I know a lot of guys, Brian Bulaga, holy shit. I know a lot of people are, or a lot of the players in that Cole was a huge help to them, and they really appreciated that. So I mean, we'll see what happens, but helps that Burger King isn't calling 7-step drops anymore. Yeah, no, it's all gonna be quick. I mean, and the funny part is that Mike said it. Like I was watching Herbert during warm-ups on last Thursday. I just watched him the whole hour that he was out there warming up. And they're right. He does not put his right foot above his left anymore. It is left foot, right foot, and he's ready to throw right away. So so that's something interesting that obviously he said he had learned from what's his name? Mike McDaniel has implemented for years. So again, I think that's going to be really interesting. I'm interested to see what that's going to look like. But again, I'm tempering my expectations because I know that that it's all going to be vanilla tomorrow. Again, I know Harbaugh said 8 to 9 plays. I'd be very surprised. To me, I think, yeah, he said 8 to 9 plays, which I mean, if you're going based off of last week, that could be 3 and out. So, guys, we only have Gilbert for a limited time, so I will answer your questions as soon as Gilbert heads out. We're gonna do that solo thing that we tried out last
only week. 8 or 9 plays for me and I'm out. That's
exactly. But 8 or 9 plays could be 3 series, so I don't think that's gonna happen. I think
but we're not going 3 and out. This is a good show so far, so we're doing well. We're doing a long drive here. We're gonna score right now.
Exactly. Real quick before you head out, I do have a quick question for you. Did you see Dr. Florio's tweet? Oh, you've been busy today, but he basically said that he does not expect JJ McCarthy to be on this roster for the 53-man roster.
Really?
What do you think he would make a trade for JJ?
I could see.
In my opinion, JJ's better than Trey Lance or DJ.
Yes, they do need a backup, but then here's the thing: is like the Vikings know that Jim really wants him. They want to reconnect and revive his career. They're gonna ask for a lot, and like at this point, when this guy's kind of been let's keep in mind, Trey Lance got a 4th-round pick from the Cowboys. I think when the Cowboys traded for Trey Lance and the 49ers made it obvious we're done with this guy, it's a 4th-round pick. But the Chargers have some leverage. They know that Herbert's their guy, so. Who knows? Maybe it's a 5th-round pick. Is that's a little steep?
I don't think he does it. I don't think he does it because the only player he's really taken a chance on is Junior Colson from Michigan. I mean, there was that other receiver that they drafted in the 7th round. He's kind of stayed away from those guys, but it's just an interesting
think about it. Depending on the price, say he gets waived, because he's still like a rookie or a rookie contract. If he gets waived, you could pick him up on waivers, but I think somebody else will take a chance on him too.
I think they would keep Trey Lance. And they would put him on the practice. I think JJ would take the practice squad.
I think you might have to trade for another guy. You're on the right line of thinking, Fernando, because these two guys have been kind of and I'm sure Eric came on here last week and said trade for Gardner Minshew or somebody or Aiden O'Connell, but
No, he's actually of the thought process. He thinks that the Chargers are going to trade or they're going to get JJ McCarthy some way. He's like, you just because I
Wow.
mean, I was there last Thursday. It
It's
was
hard to
so
give up
ugly.
on the
Like,
guy so soon, though. I think Trey Lance
I
was
know.
year 3. McCarthy's year 3, huh? Actually,
I
uh,
think, but the thing is, I think he would have to come here and he'd be like, well, I'm little, like I'm little dog. Like I'm
yeah,
here to develop
he has
because
to be.
there's no way you're gonna like you're not beating him out no matter what. Like you're not beating
Yeah.
Justin out.
And then what do you keep
So
him for, to be your long-term backup? McCarthy doesn't want to do that. Well, I don't even know
no,
what
no,
the guy's
no. But
doing.
like you keep McCarthy for 1 year, he learns behind Justin,
Just to do him
and
a favor,
maybe
like a rehab.
yeah.
Okay.
Like you bring him in. Sometimes you need a
Baker
change of
Mayfield style.
scenery.
Yeah,
And then learning from Mike McDaniel would do him some good, especially
that's true.
because that's kind of the way of the offense and everything.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you throw him a bone. I just think naturally, maybe I don't know shit, but I think that he's a better backup than Trey
Yeah.
Lance.
It's a
I
good
think he's more
situation.
talented than Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I just last year I watched all of the preseason games with Trey. It wasn't good. Then I watch him in that game. Any other backup beats the Denver Broncos in that last game of the season. Like they threw out their starters and everything, and Trey just could not muster up any kind of offense. He was that bad. Obviously, JJ has his deficiencies, but he was just bad.
Thank you.
The cheese eating bastard Gilberto, great hair, way better than the other guy who wears
That's the only good thing I have here. So
a
Dan,
lame
you could
Homer hat.
suck it, Dan. Like keep wearing your hats because you have ugly hair.
By the way,
Oh,
you
now I'm
did
going heel,
mention,
but sorry, cheese eating
you know,
bastard.
you did mention that ever since Dan hadn't been on the show, no cheese eating bastard. So there you go, he's back.
Okay. Thank you. I'm
Yeah,
glad you're here. Yeah, because
yeah.
Dan's not here to get picked on by cheese eating bastards. So
Oh, dude, we were at our softball game, and cheese eating bastard goes, "Come on, Danny, we know you can't do it, but at least try, at least do something." So
next time you see him, tell him to come on the show. You part timer. He's like The Rock when he's feuding with John Cena back in the day.
but what do you? I mean, would you take a chance? Like, okay, you're the GM of the Chargers. You have Trey Lance behind one door. You have JJ behind one door. What door are you opening?
I will go with JJ just because we've seen enough of Trey Lance. Like by now, it's not gonna click for him. He's kind of like, I've been bashing Stetson Bennett on House of Horns, and it's like you're in year 4, you're 28 years old. Like at some point, like just be consistent.
I
And Trey
couldn't
Lance,
believe everybody that thought that he had a good preseason game against the Saints. I'm like, did you not
it's
see
only
the
because he
Saints?
had that one good throw. It was an amazing throw. I won't take that away
Yeah,
from him. But
yeah.
people just see the throw and like, oh, this guy should get a chance. And it's like, no, we're okay. Same thing with Trey Lance. It's like, oh, he was a former number 3 pick. He should get a chance. Well, he's had the chances. JJ McCarthy is going to have the same thing where he was a former first-round pick and a national championship winner like Stetson Bennett, by the way, 2-time Natty champion in Georgia. But people are going to take a chance on him. But if you don't make it up in that second chance, then you're not going to go anywhere. Look at Zach Wilson, who is where now? He went from Denver to Miami to, I lost track. Your boy. Zach Wilson. So sometimes if you don't capitalize early, you're screwed. But I will say this, I'm not sure that O'Connell's ready to give up because I remember when Bryce Young was terrible his first couple of years, they kept him and now he's a starter. So you never know because also Kyler Murray gets hurt a lot. Kyler Murray, are we going to just sit here and pretend like Kyler Murray is going to be the final answer in Minnesota? I don't think so.
No, and that's the thing though. Like we said, we've already seen this. Like we've already seen Trey Lance. It just hasn't worked. And again, like I just don't know what else Trey can do. I mean,
he's back with the Jets, Brett. Wow. Okay, Zach Wilson back with the Jets.
Is he really?
So he says Jets again. I could be wrong.
I have to look this one up. There's no way. He is with the New Orleans Saints.
Okay. Saints.
Really? I didn't watch him. Is he injured?
I don't know.
I did not see him. Oh, no. I did not see him play.
Maybe he got dropped today and getting picked up. I don't know.
I did not watch him play. But again, I feel like he would know if he came in here. Like over there was a competition, but I really think that JJ knew it wasn't a competition going into it. Like he knew they were going to go with Kyler Murray the whole way.
That's the other problem. There's reports that he's not a hard worker. Like there's like work ethic issues. That could be a bad thing too.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. With that. But last thing, Gilbert, anything else are you gonna Are you going to be looking for anything else tomorrow at the game? Anything interesting that you're going to keep an eye
Well,
on?
honestly, on the Rams side, I'm gonna be keeping tabs on Ty Simpson because he's a first round pick. So see
Oh,
how
I
he
was
does.
pissed that I was there and he did not he barely even played. They had a freaking 99-yard or 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. He barely got any time. I'm like,
Yeah,
I hope they start him
you got
tomorrow.
Stetson,
Start
yeah.
him. I want to watch
Yeah,
him.
I know. I don't get it either. But yeah, so yeah, first half I'll be keeping an eye on Justin Herbert and his 8 to 9 snaps, and then maybe Ty Simpson in the second half. As you know, man, I'm all about prime time. I don't really care about these dirt stringers and the cut down day. I'm going back to heel. I'm sorry. So I started as a good guy and heel. Like I don't give a crap about these guys. Give me real football. I can't wait. And I'm sure Dan will say the same thing.
Your first game is going to be Giants at Rams. You're going to get John Harbaugh versus the Rams on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, okay, it's a Giants, but yeah, it'll be a good one. I do want to try to make it to a Sunday night Chargers game, so I'll make an exception. I got to see you.
I think they only have one right now. It's against the Patriots
on a non-Sunday.
Yeah, it's the Sunday after Thanksgiving, I believe, or the Sunday before Thanksgiving. And then they have a Thursday nighter against the 49ers, December 16th or something. And then they left the end of the year. They left the Chiefs and they play the Chiefs and the Broncos back to back to end the season. And they left both of those kind of open-ended.
Hey, if it goes well, maybe I'll see you at a few playoff games. How about that?
Yeah.
Positivity
We'll
to end the show.
We'll see. Real quick. What I don't know what this is. Your thoughts on a Bella song on the podcast last week?
Are we talking about Bella Danger from Miami?
Oh, whoa. Are you getting her on?
I don't know. I'm not. I'm not sure, Matthew.
Maybe Brenda's song. Brenda. He's talking about Brenda's song.
I'm like the only one that I know is sorry.
Yeah, no, she's fire. We should get her on the song. We should get her on the show.
You know what? This might sound weird, but when I was getting ready for the wedding, I was watching Brenda's song on my TV. But it was on mute, so I didn't really hear how she was doing as a broadcaster. So I gotta listen to it. But yeah, regardless, I will definitely want to have Brenda's song on Compas, on Rams. What's up, Bulls? Who the hell cares? Bring her on the show.
I want a 2-for-1. I want Macaulay Culkin on too. I have so many questions. See, the problem with if you get me with Macaulay, that'll be the longest podcast ever because I have so many questions. Like I'd be like, Macaulay, sit back. I brought you some tacos from Taco Boy. You just sit there, eat, answer all my questions.
Wow, we do a sounds weird, four-way podcast.
Wow.
And you talk to Brenda, you talk to Macaulay, and good show.
Yeah, exactly. Gilberto joins the show once and shows his gooner side.
Like, you know what, Angel, you're supportive of the all shows on Compas on the Beat. He probably sees it on House of Horns and me and Victor are all proper, and then I come here and I'm just like I don't know, a low life stooge. But
it's because everybody knows that like Dan has this shit going wild. I'm like sometimes they're all talking. And
I'm replacing him. I'm his backup. I'm his Stetson Bennett. I'm his Trey Lance. I got to do well for him.
If we're talking about a Bella, you guys are gonna go to the Blue Chew sponsorship race.
We're gonna have a 5-minute video on it too.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love it. All right. Gilbert, if you have to go, thank you so much. We will see you. I'll see you tomorrow in at SoFi Stadium. Thank you so much for jumping on.
Oh, speaking of Compas after dark, that's gonna be a long ass freaking game. But yeah,
are you staying the whole time?
I think I should, but we'll talk tomorrow. Don't put me on the spot yet. Have some good questions for Fernando. This was fun. I gotta jump on more, hopefully with Dan next time. But I gotta get going. I'll see you guys.
He's going to the trailer park, Charlie.
I only have like $40 on me. I need $100 more, Charlie. Keep sending your money. I gotta get going. All right.
See you later. That was Gilbert Manzano jumping on with us. It had been a while since he had been on What's Up Bolts, but whoa, Charlie, I never said it was Derwin. I never said it was Derwin. What are we doing there? I never said a name. I was asked this earlier, Fernando, what do you think happens with Joe Ortiz if this O-line is the reason for the season failure again? I don't think anything happens to Joe. I just think that the pressure would be on. The one thing I'm kind of looking for this year, guys, is I want to see if Justin starts adding pressure. I saw I wasn't able to be there for the last training camp practice because I had to cover the Padres against the Pirates. God, that was a snooze fest. 3-2, and we went until the 12th inning. Holy shit. If you guys know me, I'll take overtime football. I will not take extra innings baseball because both teams were hitting like shit. So that was a tough one to watch. But and obviously I was there for the introductory. Oh no. That was the next day. That was yesterday. But I saw Justin spoke to the team after the after practice, and that really struck with me because I think some of this responsibility needs to fall on Justin. I think Justin needs to start being more vocal. I remember Drew Brees was very vocal with the Chargers. He was vocal with, and again, I didn't cover the team way back then. I was only in freaking elementary school. But from everything that I've heard from former employees, current employees, everything like that, they said Drew was very on top of everything. Like Drew wanted to know what was going on, what was going on, everything like that. So Drew was very involved. Philip was involved to an extent. Like he was very vocal about the offense, vocal about this, vocal about that, making sure obviously that they had a good team. I think Justin needs to start expressing himself, and who knows, maybe he does, but I think Justin needs to be more vocal with the organization and being like, hey, like, come on now, like, what are we doing? Like, I saw, what was it the other day? It was the anniversary of Andrew Luck, and I know all you guys keep tweeting out, Charger fans keep on tweeting out that if the Chargers aren't careful, they're going to be in an Andrew Luck situation when it comes to Justin Herbert. But again, I really think that I don't think the offensive line is going to be as bad. Again, don't quote me on this or anything because, again, I'm not in the building when it comes to the schematics and what they do. I'm just media. I just watch practices and I kind of report off of them. I think the offense will be better than the offensive line will be better than what we think. Again, they needed the 2 tackles back. Justin and the defense were able to really carry this thing to the playoffs, even though they weren't getting the production from the receiving group that they were getting in years past. The tight ends were not very good, except for Oronde. But even Oronde, there were games where he wasn't really targeted. You had your second round draft after a year after your second round draft pick had turned in a Pro Bowl, because obviously now the Pro Bowl is non-existent. He had turned in a Pro Bowl year his first season, and then with the next second round receiver, you decide to make him a blocker? Like, that was just asinine by Greg Roman. Like, especially because I know you guys saw it, and we saw it too. We saw flashes from Trey, and we're like, okay, like the game against Philly, Herbert is like rolling to his left, he sidearms it, and he makes a diving catch. Or the play against Minnesota, I think it was, where he gets open in the back of the end zone and he scores his first touchdown. Like, he made several plays last year where you're like, why aren't you trying to feature him more? I know you had Keenan, I know you had Ladd, I know you had Q, I know you had other players, but you should have featured him more. But let me just wrap this up where I say, I think look, at the same time, Joe did go spend for a center. He got a very good center in free agency. Did he get God, I cannot remember his name right now. Oh my God, Linderbaum. No, he did not go get him, but that was a huge price that I don't think anybody was going to pay. Only the Raiders paid, but that was a huge asking price for what you were. And really with like you were getting a good player in Tyler Biadasz, and Justin was raving about him, about the way he would call out the what he saw from defenses, everything. Like they got a really good player. And now the only thing is the guards. I do get it. Like, I know people wanted Vega from Penn State, the guard. I know that they wanted other guards. Obviously, the guy that went to the Chase went to the Cardinals. He's now hurt. So it's just one of those things where I think halfway through the year, everybody's going to be like, well, I'm glad we got Akeem Mesidor. But my bad. Again, I'm going on a different street. I don't think anything happens to Joe, but I think Joe, if the offensive line is the reason why these guys, again, do not win, Joe really is going to have to say, shit, I need to go get more. Like, I need to do better when it comes to this. I think they've made some good moves. They obviously have the left and the right tackle. They tried to have the center, and then they drafted numerous offensive linemen. But I know where you guys are coming from. The Cole Strange looks like a strange, no pun intended. Looks like a strange pickup. But he's obviously fitting the scheme. I just don't know what he's going to look like when it comes to week one. That's where I'm really interested. And then obviously the left guard position. I know everybody's kind of frustrated. I know people like Coyote until Biotish got hurt with him throwing him that way. So I really think that fans would like Branson Taylor. I'm telling you, I think Branson Taylor had a really good training camp. And again, I know Joe and some of those guys really believe in him. And again, if you pop in that tape from Denver, I really think that that Branson showed a lot at that left guard position, especially because Denver was starting their number one. So that's just kind of my thought. Let's see. I'm going down. I went all the way up. Now I'm coming all the way down. Let's see. F it, just roll with DJ. JJ McCarthy can be the next Sam Darnold. You guys are funny. The fact that Pipkins, okay, I think this is kind of a question. The fact that Pipkins is still on the team just shows incompetence of management. Ortiz is on the hot seat this year. I do agree about the Pipkins thing. Like, once you've tried a guy at 3 different positions and it hasn't worked out at any of them, and I think the emergence of Travis Burke has kind of made Trey a little bit expendable. The only thing is that obviously I'm sure they're kind of thinking, shit, do we want to trust so many rookies on the offensive line? But I really think Travis has shown a lot. And what's his name from the NFL Network? His hand is like fingers, like he's awesome. I can't remember his name right now. But the 2 preseason games that the Chargers have played, Baldy has highlighted Travis Burke both games. He really likes Travis Burke. And the thing about Travis is he's violent. So I think the Chargers really like that aspect of him. That's another thing, guys. I think we kind of need to see what these rookies are going to be like. What if Travis ends up, well, you don't want him to come in for either tackle spot, but like, what if Travis ends up being a good piece? And what if Branson becomes a good piece? And that's why, like, when it comes to this stuff, I'm kind of hesitant a little bit. And guys, that's just to be completely honest, that's just my journalism background, where I kind of need to see it before I kind of criticize. Like, I know we've seen it in practice, but I remember like years ago, there were some veteran players that would always tell me, like, yeah, the defense is supposed to beat the shit out of the offense. We know what's coming. We know the plays. We know this. We know that. Yeah, they're going to take advantage of us at times, but this is for the defense to be able to win. So I kind of want to see them against competition first before I really criticize everything. Again, I did not like the game that Cole Strange had, but again, I'm kind of waiting to pass judgment in those first 2 games. I know everybody's kind of brushing through the Cardinals and the Raiders, but I think those 2 games are going to be very telling about how things are going to be when it comes to this offense and this offensive line. So, but again, I do find it a little strange that Trey Pipkins is still here. Because first off, when that pick was selected, I was kind of like, Sioux Falls, like, it was a little strange. But then you haven't really seen anything from him at left tackle. He's had good snaps at times, but it hasn't been anything that you think like, oh yeah, this guy has survived now. Shit. Justin's had 5 offensive coordinators since he's been here. Steichen, Lombardi, Moore, Burger King, Greg Roman. Okay, yeah. So he's had 5 offensive So essentially, Trey has survived 7 offensive coordinators, I believe. Shit, that's a lot. Or 6. 6. I ain't gonna do the next number. 6, and then the number that precedes 6. I ain't doing that shit. But yeah, it's been interesting to see how long Trey is kind of survived, because I know everybody's like, okay, this is it, and then here he comes back again. So yeah, no. Let's see, Billy Volek. Holy shit, we're going to Billy Volek. Hey, shout out to him. He won the AFC divisional game against the Colts. So, guys, I know I'm kind of working my way back. So if you're commenting right now, I will get to you. The cheese eating bastard says it doesn't matter. The Packers run that division. Giants looking good. Defense is nasty. Alexis, I agree with you so much. Like that, those three pass rushers, I think should be very elite. I think that Giants defense is going to be what carries them this year. I'm still not very much sold on their offense. Scattaboo, I saw today, like it's so funny when a player kind of calls out a media person, but one of the reporters that covers the Giants said that Scattaboo kind of got into it with Javon Holland and some of the because I guess he smacked somebody and like thrusted them to the ground in a sense, like kind of smacked them to the ground. And I know that there's a written rule that if you guys aren't hitting and there's no tackling to the ground, the offensive can't hit the defensive player if they're not ready. So I guess there was kind of like a back and forth. The Giants right tackle came out and said, "Oh, you're blowing this out of proportion." Like that didn't happen. So definitely some interesting stuff. Now we're back to the Abella Danger stuff. Another podcast review. Oh my God, the Trevor Markey goes. Brew Crew. Charlie, don't ask me that. I will not answer that. If I like that song, I will not answer. That one I cannot answer. I can't. Yes, Charlie. Charlie, you think says, do you think Mesidor has a potential to have 10 sacks? Yes, I do. Look, I really think that they love Akeem. Akeem has been a big part of what they really like him. And Thule spoke very highly of him. Khalil spoke highly. Derwin has. You guys have seen he's been out there 45 minutes before practice working out and getting better. Then you go and look at Tampa Bay Buccaneers Twitter and, oh, hey, Ruben Bain has been the first one on the field. So it's something that they're doing down there in Tampa Bay, or sorry, down there in with the Hurricanes. And remember who leads them? Jason Taylor, Hall of Famer. Like, these guys have the juice, but I really think that the Chargers have the potential to have 3 10-sack edge rushers. And don't forget about Derwin James. Hey, Derwin's 11 sacks away from, I think, matching Rodney Harrison's all-time sacks leader for a safety. I think, hot take, I think Derwin passes that before he retires. I think Derwin's going to have a big, big year this year. He just got paid. Watch out for 3. I think 3 is in for a huge, huge year. He's 11 sacks away. So, yeah, just a little tidbit. But, yes, I do think that Akeem does. Look, Khalil and Thule handled that joint practice. They were the ones bringing the smoke, and they were doing it without Akeem. Now imagine if you add Akeem. Like, that's going to be huge. Like, I really think that Akeem's going to be a huge player for them. And again, I know people were talking about the age, but they're talking about, yeah, he's older, but he's more mature. Like, he's already coming in. He knows what to do. He's asking questions. Khalil said he's on his hip, basically, like, hey, what, like, come on, like, I need to learn. I want to learn. I wanted this. I wanted that. Like, he's asking all the right questions. So they are really excited about Akeem. It feels like they have the potential to be to have a good trio. I mean, I know a lot of people were very mad when Odafe went to Washington, but I really think that Akeem is going to be a huge part of this defense this year. And I think with those 3 edge rushers, I really think they're going to. And another thing is too, they like that Akeem can go over the center and take it and being able to take advantage and rush that way. So yeah, they are very excited about Akeem and what he brings. Fernando, go in the middle and make your screen go big. Oh, like that. Are you good, Matthew? Are we good like that? I just didn't want to cover the what's up bolts, but that's fine. Burger King has only one good burger, Fernando. That's how the offense ran. Angel, you are right. Let's see. If we can't win a playoff game with Mike McDaniel as OC, what is the future of this team? Holy crap, Matthew. What are we doing? Matthew, it has to be the circumstances too. Like we can't just like I don't like dealing in hypotheticals, but at the same time, like we have to know why. Like again, last year, I know Sam Munson received a lot of hate last year, and I said this on a radio show the other day, and they were kind of like at first they were kind of like, and then they were like, oh, okay, I get it. Like circumstances are circumstantial. Last year, the reason why Herbert received like I thought he did deserve an MVP vote. Like to drag that team to the playoffs with that offensive line beaten the way it was, like you beat the Eagles, you beat a lot of these teams. Again, yeah, a lot of it was the defense, but Herbert was making huge plays. I mean, to stiff arm a dude with your surgically repaired hand, fresh off of surgery 7 days ago, like that is nuts. The stuff that Herbert was able to do last year, even with that offensive line decimated, he was down at one point to his 6th and 7th tackles. Like a lot of the stuff that he was able to do last year, I was just really surprised at. And I thought he did deserve more love. Obviously, it was a 2-man race, and I understand why people got pissed at Sam, but I really thought that Herbert played at a huge last year. And I really think that this year he's going to be in for a huge year with Mike McDaniel. So, Matthew, I would just, the season hasn't even started, bud. So let's just be patient. Don't jump the gun yet, just because, again, I really feel like they might have something this year. And I think that defense is very underrated, especially with some of the pieces that they have. Fernando, is there any animosity toward? No, guys, there's going to be no animosity towards Coyote. That's just a freak accident. I mean, it happens. It happens. I remember Derwin found out about it, and I heard him talk because fans asked him, "Oh, Tyler went down," and Derwin goes, "Next man up. We believe in Jake. Jake is going to get this done." So they're very excited about that. TeRah Tart is a crap talker. He is. TeRah Tart is one of the fun guys in that locker room. Whenever I go up and chat with him, it's always a fun time. Man, I think TeRah got paid. Guys, I told you guys this from a Dolphins beat reporter. They said if somebody can light a fire under TeRah Tart's ass, he is going to be a very good player. And look what he's been for the Chargers. Like they lit a fire under him being cut. Guys, you don't know how embarrassing it is to get cut when you're a player of TeRah. Like TeRah Tart was a good player for the Dolphins, but they said his attitude was the reason why he got cut. And you get cut before even cut down day. You join a new team, and then he made an impact right away, and he's made an impact since he's been here. The Chargers reward him with a new contract, and he has been, I think, one of the top 5 players of training camp. I really think TeRah has taken that next step. And guys, again, I think Dalvin Tomlinson joining this team is going to free up TeRah to do a lot more things, and I think TeRah is going to have a huge year for this team this year. But they feel like they have a really good offensive line there. So yeah, we'll see. Well, according to Jim, he's one of their best 5 linemen. Yeah, he Siani, how you doing? Yeah, are we gonna get Papa Joe on the show? Uncle Joe? Are you talking about Uncle Joe? If we're talking about Uncle Joe, you know what? We should get him on next. I'll see if Uncle Joe can jump on next week so we can find out what is happening in Cleveland and Cincinnati on Compas on the Beat. I'll talk to Gilbert and we'll try and get Joe on next week and see what Uncle Joe has to tell us about what's going on in with obviously Jed York, the Bengals, and the Brands. So yeah, we'll probably do that. Charlie, Charlie's asking, can Trey Harris emerge as a number 1? Charlie, I'm going to tell you the truth, man. Like Lad is open almost at all times. Like, excuse me, Lad has been open so much. Like he has been a huge asset for this team. Like you watch him, it doesn't matter who's covering him. I told you guys he was getting covered. They were doing red zone. He was getting covered by Jack Jones, and he fakes like he's going to go outside, and Jack bites. He goes back inside. Herbert throws him the ball. Jack just falls over, grabs him by around the no-no squares, around the legs, and does a pass interference. Lad still catches the ball, looks down at him, and spins the ball right in front of him. And Herbert ran over, and he jumped on top of Lad. Like, I'm telling you guys, I think Lad's going to be the one that's in for the huge year. So I think Lad's the number 1 receiver until further notice. And I really think that Lad's going to be a huge I think Trey's going to be a huge asset for this team. I'll say Trey is going to be, I think they're going to rotate it, but I definitely think Trey is going to have a huge year. I really think that, and especially because Mike said that he had scouted Trey and he really liked Trey. So I'm going to say that Trey's going to have a big year too, but I think Ladd's going to be the one that's in for, he isn't wide receiver 1, and he's going to be the one that has a huge year. I wish they would say the same about Strange. That's funny. Like the Charlie, you're trying to get me in trouble. I shan't join in on all that. But yeah, no, the Chargers should be all in, to be honest. Yeah, Alexis, Mike McDaniel did cut TeRah Tart, so that's pretty funny. That's something I will be asking about later. I will say this as we're wrapping up here. What are your thoughts on the cornerbacks? I see it as a weakness, but not for like my issue is if a corner goes down, what happens? Like, and I know Derwin's in the slot, but I think you're gonna need Tarheeb. You definitely need Cam. You need Dante. Like all three of those guys are so good, but you don't have that Benjamin St. Just behind him. And I know everybody was kind of like they didn't really like him when the Chargers first signed him, and I thought he did a really good job last year in the spots that the Chargers were putting him in. So I thought they were very smart with that. I just don't know if they're going to trust these undrafted guys. I'll tell you one thing, one bold prediction that I might have, and Dan and I are going to do bold predictions before the season starts. One bold prediction for me is I think they bring in a corner before the trade deadline. I think that's what they're going to go after. They're going to go after a corner. Not because of an injury or anything, but because there's always a trade that happens before the trade deadline that puts a team over. Every team does it. Last year, Rashid Shaheed, the Seahawks traded for him, and he was a difference maker. A couple of years ago, I don't think they traded for him. I think he got. Oh no! Shit, what was it? Odell got cut by the Browns, and the Rams signed him, or he traded. I can't remember which one it was, but I know it was halfway through the year. So there's always trades that happen halfway through the year that kind of catapult you to the Super Bowl. And I feel like if they made a trade for a corner, I'm thinking of one. I won't say the name, but I think that corner would be a difference maker. But I don't see anything wrong with it. I will say this. I think the corners are going to be more aggressive, a.k.a. Devon Witherspoon. Like I could see those guys trying to like blitz more of the corners, they're so athletic. Like I could see Tarheeb making a run more at the quarterback, blitzing, disguising their blitzes, things like that. So again, yeah, it's a little bit of a thin room, but when you have Derwin James, like I'm telling you guys, Derwin's a positionless player. He can play anywhere. I really like during training camp, I rarely saw him play safety. He was basically playing everywhere but safety. But yeah, I definitely think that again, one of my bold predictions, I think they make a trade for a corner halfway through the year. But again, I don't really see this as a huge weakness. I think linebacker would be a little bit more just because, like with Denzel, is he going to be able to stay healthy? Like when he's healthy, he's a huge asset for them. But then when he's not healthy, they're missing that stopping linebacker. And then I really want to see Deion Henley rebound from last year. And he shared it to you guys. He shared it with us when we spoke to him in the media. He said last year was a really rough year, obviously family issue. And then on top of that, he showed you guys pictures and videos on his Instagram. He was hooked up to IVs for a good part of the season. The night before the game, he was sick at one point. So he really feels like he's healthy going into this year. That's why I know a lot of people were like, oh, he dropped off. He didn't drop off. He was just he was sick at one point. So yeah, that is some of that. Is our D-line getting so much praise because the O-line is shit or because they're really good? No, Sayani, I think they're good. I'm telling you guys, I think Dalvin Tomlinson is going to be Puna Ford 2.0. Remember, Puna went to Buffalo and he felt like it wasn't a good scheme for him. He comes to the Chargers and he completely takes off. That's where I think Dalvin was. Dalvin did well before he got to Arizona, and Arizona wasn't the scheme that he kind of liked. He didn't like where he was. So I think the defensive line is going to be very TeRah Tart. You have Justin Igboigbe. Then you even have Jamari Caldwell. And then on top of that, TeRah Edwards is making a huge push to try and make that 53-man roster. So, like I said, and right now, two guys that I'm watching tomorrow is going to be Junior Colson and TeRah Edwards. I really want to see what both of those guys have got. I think they're making a push for the 53 man. I just think the Chargers really need to make some tough decisions when it comes to both of those guys, and if they feel like they do deserve to make the team, but like they're gonna have a tough time at safety. I think safety is gonna be tough to see what they're gonna do. Um, Yeah, Brett, he could be solid. Which Angel says, which player do you recommend for fantasy? Which one, Angel? Charger player or just player in general? Okay, as we wrap up, Charlie says, all I'm hearing is the Charger winning the Charlie, I didn't say that. See, Charlie, you're trying to put me in situations where they're not ideal for me. And so yeah, no, I am not saying that. I'm just saying they should be they should be good this year. They should make that push. Again, like Vic was saying on Compas on the Beat, year 3 for Harbaugh is usually where he like kind of catapults himself. So this needs to be a big year for them. Angel, I'm gonna go with Alexis. I think Omarion is a guy that you should go get. Daniel Jeremiah is talking about how he thinks he could lead the league in rushing yards. So I really think Omarion's going to be a big piece for this team. But all right, thank you guys so much. As we wrap up, let me just tell you guys again, we're very excited. We made a new addition to the Bolt fam, to the What's Up Bolt fam. We added a new sponsor. It's called Dash Dog Food. We talk all the time about professional athletes and how much work they put into taking care of their bodies. Training is important, but so is nutrition. What you put in your body matters when you're trying to perform at your best. So why shouldn't we think the same way about our dogs? That is why we've partnered with Dash Dog Food. Dash is all about giving your dog premium nutrition with high quality protein that is free of antibiotics and hormones with grass-fed and grass-finished protein. At Dash, obviously they hooked the Compas up. They hooked Dan and myself up to give to let us see if our dogs loved it. Our dogs loved it. Dash is now hooking you guys up, and you guys can get 60% off selected food products, including their premium slow-cooked nutrition, fresh dog food, and premium fresh dog food. Just use our link below. It's below in the comments or below in the description section. Just use our link and enter promo code BOLTS at checkout, BOLTS, for 60% off eligible products. Give your dog the kind of nutrition you'd expect from an athlete. So there you go. Again, you guys, Alexis, Jesus, you guys really miss Dan. I know that. Dan will be back next week, guys. Tonight he had a work thing he had to go to. It was super last minute, so he apologized, obviously. Blue Dream, how are you doing? Obviously, he wants to be here, but he wasn't able to make it, but he will be here next week. I think we might do I don't think it'll be Monday. We'll react 24 hours after the 53-man roster comes out. We will do it Monday just to kind of go over what the Chargers roster is looking for, especially because always because we have we want to see if they make any moves or any trades or anything, that happens sometimes after. But Blue Dream, thank you. I hope you check out the episode after. I answer a lot of your guys' questions. Gilbert was on, and we have a new sponsor, so make sure you guys check that out, guys. Dash Dog Food below in the description. We appreciate them for being a sponsor here, and it's thanks to you guys. You guys have been awesome. They love it. They love when you guys the interactions that we have on here. I know you guys sometimes with Dan just get going, and there's no stopping you guys, but we definitely appreciate the WUB we definitely appreciate the WUB community and the Compas that we have. So you guys are the best. Again, we'll be back next Monday, most likely, to go over what the 53-man roster looks like. So yeah, should be an interesting time. The season is right around the corner. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys let other Charger fans know where they can find the show, especially because, like I said, Dan will be back next week. And I know you guys are excited to have him back. So it'll be a fun time. But again, appreciate you guys so much. You guys are the best. See you guys next week. Have a good rest of your week, and let's have a great weekend. Thank you guys so much. Much love. Have a good night.